Still a long 2.5 or 3 yards there. And it's intercepted.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But just at least anyway, thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. All right, now I got the team and player grades according to Pro Football Focus. All right, after our Week 13 debacle against the Miami Dolphins. Figures this team would be the first team ever to lose a football game in Miami for the New York Giants. All right, now we have the overall team grade. According to Pro Football Focus, the Giants, number 28, their grade is 63.5. The Rams, after they whooped up on the Jaguars yesterday, they vaulted up a little bit. They're number one, the Rams overall. They're 92.6. Offensive grade. Dallas Cowboys, number one, 88.6. And the Giants, where's the Giants offense? Oh, number 29. All right, looking good, Giants. Oh, yeah. Jason Garrett the Clapper. Well, I'll tell you what. He's like, yeah, got rid of me, huh? How do you like me now, bitches? Huh? Oh, yeah. You know he's saying that. All right, the Giants are number 29. Their grade is 64.5. Passing grade. I keep saying this on every video, every time I show the grades. It was 2 times this year. After the Washington football, after week 2, and after week 4. Against the Washington football team, and after week 4 against the New Orleans Saints. The Giants, passing grade, were the number 2 passing graded team in all of football. At the time, the Bucs were number 1. Bucs are still number 1, okay, but back then the Bucs and Mr. Brady were number 1. The Giants were number 2. It was 2 weeks the Giants were number 2. Not anymore. All right, the Giants passing grade. See, the Giants are down to, well, number 12, 67.6. Pass blocking grade. Here you go. Oh, yeah. The Rams are number 1, 81.6. Pass blocking grade. Let's go down to the bottom here. Let's see what we got. Pass blocking grade. The Giants are, number 32. We're the absolute worst pass blocking team in entire NFL, according to Pro Football Focus. The Giants are 49.5. Oh my God. All right. Receiving grades. The Giants are, we're down there too. Let's see here. Giants are number 26. We're at 68.5. Cowboys are number 1, 82.9. Running grade. The Patriots, 90.8. Patriots running grade, right? 90. It's absolutely amazing. The Patriots, they don't draft, not first round offensive linemen. They don't have first rounders across they don't have, Barry Sanders in the backfield. They got a rookie quarterback, and their running grade is at 90.8. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Let's see what the Giants are here. Giants running grade. We're number 31. We're at 59.9. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Run blocking grade. Let's see here. Cowboys are number 1, 88.8. Giants run blocking grade. Let's see here. Giants are number 24. 24, we're a 60. Run blocking grade. Our defense, our overall defensive grade, the Rams are number 1. They're 83.9. Giants defensive grade. Oh, where the hell are the Giants? Wow. We're number 26. We're 58.1. Wow. I mean, we gave up, wow. It's only 20 points. We gave up 297 yards, and we're still way down there. Okay. All right. Run defense. Now, I know the Giants run defense did good against the Dolphins. Not so much good some of the other weeks, but they did very good against the Dolphins. The Giants run defense, my God, it's a 44.7. They're number 28 run defense. Hopefully in the draft coming up, I'd like to see a nice solid stud of a defensive tackle in the second round. I mean, like a Dalvin Tomlinson. I mean, we Jonathan Hankins. I mean, we drafted, quite a few studs, defensive tackles in the second round. Cornelius Griffin goes back to 2000. Drafted him in the second round out of Alabama. I mean, since 2000, we've drafted quite a few good defensive tackles in the second round. Hopefully we continue that because we could use Dexter Lawrence, Jaron Williams, and maybe another guy that certainly help out. And then get Blake Martinez back. That would be huge. That would really, really be huge. And maybe like in the third round, we've got 2 third-rounders, 2 early third-rounders. Maybe grab an edge rusher to help Quincy Roche and Azeez Ojulari, another edge rusher. And then maybe somebody to play next to Blake. That would be good. That would really help that quite a bit. All right, tackling grade. Green Bay Packers are 82.5. The Giants tackling grade. Okay, go. That's right. We're 70.4. So we got that going for us. But pass rush grade. Here you go. The Rams are number 1, 83.1. Giants pass rush grade. Oh my God. Pass rush. Giants are number 28. We're 65.3. Coverage grade. Buffalo Bills are an 89.7. I think that the Patriots last night, Monday Night Football, I think threw 3 passes all night. Completed 2 passes. Last one was a screen pass. 3 passes they threw all night. It was so windy. They ran the ball like 45 times, almost close to 50 times. They ran the ball, threw 3 passes, and they won the football game. Go figure. Coverage grade. The Giants are number 21. Coverage grade is 62.1. But Buffalo, the coverage grade, they've been number 1 all year. They're an 89.7. Special teams, Saints are 92.2. They're number 1. You figure the Giants, they're number 30. They're 61.5. You figure they'd be a little bit better than that, especially with Joe Judge being a special teams coach. But all right, now let's go to the offensive side. Let's see here, the Giants offensive grades. All right, against the Miami Dolphins, Andrew Thomas, yeah, baby, number 1. He was a 72.1. Very good. Very good. Pass blocking grade, 85.3. His run blocking grade was a 56.4. Not too good, but his pass blocking, 85.3. Yes, Angel. Yes. Way to go, brother. Devontae Booker, he was number 2. He was a 70.9. Evan Ingram, man. He was graded out at a 70. He was the third highest. Nate Solder, I don't know how the hell that happened. He was number 4. He's 69.6. His pass block grade was a 72.5. Will Hernandez, I don't, he was a 68.4. I mean, I've seen him giving up like at least one sack, if not 2 sacks. I don't know quite how he graded out that high, 68.4, but it is what it is. Corey Cunningham, he only played in 2 snaps. He graded out a 66.5. Kenny Galladay, he was 38 snaps. He graded out at a 66. Pharaoh Cooper played 27 snaps. He was a 62.4, but he had 3 punt returns. So he He had a 15-yarder. So, he's been, quietly, especially in the return game. I mean, a lot of our wide receivers are out, so, we got to put him in there. That is what it is. But, he did well. 62.4. Ben Bredesen. He came in, he replaced Matt Skura. So Ben Bredesen was a 60.3. His run block grade was a 79. I'm not really sure. I have no idea how he can possibly be a 60.3. His pass blocking grade was a 21.8. Yeah, we don't need an offensive lineman. Huh? Kyle Rudolph. He was in there 27 snaps. He was a 59.1. Elijah Penei, he was only in there for 4 snaps. He was a 58.5. I mean, the Dolphins don't have the greatest run defense up the middle. You figure maybe Elijah would be in there a little bit more, but I guess that's what Freddie Kitchens had in store for him. I said Elijah Penei was a 58.5. Darius Slayton was next. He was in there for 52 snaps. He graded out at 56.3. Colin Johnson was in there for 18 snaps. He graded out at 52.8. Billy Price, obviously he was in there for all the snaps. Graded at 52.7. But his pass block grade was a 38.5. I mean, that's tough, especially when you get pressure. Like, the quarterback drops back to pass and the pressure just comes, like, straight at him. Yeah, because if it's coming around the side, the quarterback can step up in the pocket. Can't step up in the pocket if the pressure's coming right at you. Yeah. Then we had John Ross. He was in there for 21 snaps. He graded out at 51. Chris Myrick. He was in there for 11 snaps. He graded out at 48.2. Saquon, he was in there for 49 snaps. He graded out at 45.3. His pass blocking grade was at 10.4. Yeah, he's horrible at pass blocking. Really horrible at pass blocking. Mike Glennon, this is not what you want to see. This is the second worst grade offensively. Mike Glennon, your quarterback, your backup quarterback. It's a 40.9. And speaking of backup quarterbacks, we might have Jake Fromm from State Farm in there because Glennon has a concussion. He can obviously pass concussion protocol and still wind up playing this weekend against the Chargers. Daniel Jones, the possibility he'll be out. He won't be playing against the Chargers, but that still hasn't been totally ruled out either. But there's a possibility Jake Fromm might be our third string quarterback. Might be starting against the Chargers this Sunday. And things get any worse for the Giants. I mean, I'm excited. If Jake Fromm, I would rather have Jake Fromm in there than Mike Glennon. I mean, to be honest with you. Because Mike Fromm, is young. He's got his future ahead of him. If he can be, I'm not saying he needs to be Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes and all like that, but if he can play somewhat decent, just joining the Giants with nothing but a horrible offensive line and a bunch of backup wide receivers in there and all that and everything, if he can do somewhat decent, he might be a keeper. So I would the problem is, it's like, when's a coach going to, admit, season's over. Going to start putting some guy. I'm going to bring Isaiah Wilson in. We're going to bring him in off the practice squad for the last couple of games. Put him out there. See what he can do. See what we got. Yep. Season's over. Yep. Jake Fromm off the practice squad. He's in there. It's so. But I'm saying, if Jake Fromm plays, I'm not expecting much of anything. I'm certainly not expecting a victory if he winds up starting. Don't get me wrong there. But I'm excited to see him play. He was drafted in the 5th round. He was on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. And on the practice squad, I think you can protect 4 guys. Okay, so the Buffalo Bills had him on their practice squad. They didn't protect him. There's a reason why. Okay? If he was that, at this particular point in time, if he was that good, if they sort of potential right now and all that stuff and everything, they would protect him, or he wouldn't be on the practice squad. You've got a quarterback on the practice squad, you don't protect him, and any team can pluck him. That's not saying much for him. But if he plays, I hope he does. I'm sure we'll probably lose, but I'll be very excited to see him play, see what he's got. Then our last one was Matt Skura, who got benched for Ben Bredesen. So Matt Skura, he graded out at 40.8. His pass block grade was an 18.3. Oh my goodness. Wow. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right, let's see now here. Now we got, let's see here. All right, now we got, let's go to the defensive side of the ball here and see what, let's see here. See what defensive grades we kind of got here. All right. Austin Johnson, he's been doing pretty good. And it's a shame because I don't think we have him signed for next year. He graded at an 83.3. He played 38 snaps, a decent amount of snaps. 83.3. Good game. But unfortunately, after this, we don't have much money, if anything. I have a hard time just signing our draft picks. Somebody like him, who if you don't have him maybe starting or whatever, he's just good quality backup. If you don't, but unfortunately, we don't have any money. We just might wind up losing him. It's a shame. Shame. Azeez Ojulari, yes, he was number 2, graded at 82.4, and once again, congratulations, brother. You set the Giants' single-season sack record for a rookie. Congratulations, pal. Way to go. Jaylen McKinney was number 3 overall, 79.3. He was in there for 24 snaps. Quincy Roche was only in there with 31 snaps. Less than half the snaps. He graded at 75.8, and he got a sack. So, Julian Love, Mr. Duct Tape. He was the next highest. He was a 73.3. Leonard Williams, he was in there for 50 snaps. He graded at 68.7. Danny Shelton, 68.4. He did well. Danny Shelton's had a few rough games, let me tell you what. A few rough games. He only played 16 snaps, though. Tay Crowder, graded out at 67. So, that's pretty good. Sometimes Tay Crowder is like way down there. This time he wasn't too bad. He was number 8 overall. Graded out at 67. Logan Ryan, good thing he came back. Very, very happy. He played all the snaps. He graded at 65.6. Lorenzo Carter, remember that guy? Yeah, he played 34 snaps. He graded out at 62. Ellerson Smith, yeah, baby, yeah, huh? He played 21 snaps. Okay, graded out at 61.2. Not bad. He don't have no sacks or nothing this year, but he missed a whole lot of time. It's just nice to see him in there. Maybe next year if he gets a little bit better, a little stronger, a little whatever, maybe he can start getting some sacks. It would be. The Giants, and even if the Giants draft somebody, even in the first round, I don't. There's nobody there. I don't say. They're not getting Thibodeau. Hutchinson's really nice. Don't get me wrong. The guy's got a great motor. I love the guy's work ethic. This, that, and the other thing. He's going to get some sacks. He's not a 15 or 20 sack guy. That's not happening. So it would be nice if the Giants got a little stable because X-Man has been a healthy scratch a boatload of games this year. He's on the contract for next year, but the way Judges, I don't know. I don't know what that's going to go on with him. I'm just going to let him go or what? Lorenzo Carter is his last year. They're probably going to let him go. So they got to start getting some guys in. Even the guys you got in there, if you don't have a 15 or 20 sack guy, if you can at least get a bunch of guys in that get maybe 4 or 5 sacks throughout the season. I said if Ellerson Smith can get a few, Quincy Roche can get 4 or 5, Azeez can get 6 or 7. Maybe you can draft somebody else in the draft in the 2nd, 3rd round or whatever. Maybe somebody can get another 3 or 4. You can get some from your defensive front. Sacks by committee. But it's good to see Ellerson Smith in there. Very, very good. Hopefully his hamstring holds out. I don't have no more problems with his hamstring. Then you got Stephen Parker. He only played 1 play. He graded at 61.1. Xavier McKinney. So he graded at 60.9. He had a little bit of a rough game there. Last week he had really graded out at over 90, but this week he was a little rough. 60.9. Aaron Robinson, he graded out at 60.4. He played every play. So, you got your 3rd round draft choice. played every play. He has only been played with third or fourth game, I believe it is. So he's in there for every snap, and he graded out at a 60.4. So all in all, not too bad. Reggie Ragland, he was in there for 34 snaps, graded out at 58.5. Jaron Williams, they had him off the practice squad. He graded out at 55.4. You know, I mean, with Adoree Jackson out, Darnay Holmes out. You got to have like Jaron Williams and Parker. You know, those guys got to come in and fill the spots. You know, so I mean, they did decent. Did we miss Darnay Holmes and Adoree Jackson? I'm sure we probably did, but it is what it is. Injuries happen, and you got to have Jaron Williams and and Parker coming in off the practice squad. So then you got Dexter Lawrence. He had another rough game. He played 53 snaps. He graded out at 53.6. Going to be interesting to see the new GM coming in. The two guys. What they do with Daniel Jones with his 5th-year option. Are they going to sign him? Because I think it's at the beginning of May. They got to make a decision on him. So, I mean, that's after free agency's pretty much over, and after the draft is over, then they got that. So they got Daniel Jones that are going to re-sign. You know, they got to pick up his 5th-year option. Dexter Lawrence, I mean, first year, he very, very good, solid first year, and you thought in your second year, but I mean, this year is just, I think he has 1.5 sacks. I mean, he's had some good game, but I mean, I don't know. Be interesting to see, because remember, the new GM comes in. He has no ties to any of these guys. So I said Dexter Lawrence was the 3rd worst. He was a 53.6. James Bradbury, he was a 45.4. He was the 2nd worst. I think he gave up the 1 touchdown. Looked like McKinney blew a coverage for 1, and I think Bradbury lost his guy. I think Parker, snuck past him and got into the end zone, and he was like wide open. I think Bradbury blew that coverage on that one. So James Bradbury was 45.4, and then Raymond Johnson III. He only played 8 snaps, but he graded out at a 33.7. So that's your offense and defense and team grade for week 13. And so we got 5 more games to go. This week coming up, playing the Los Angeles Chargers, who got a winning record. They'll be at home. Justin Herbert going to be be an interesting thing, match. I mean, the Giants defense is going to have a lot of fun trying to go up against him. But I mean, it's just going to be who's going to be the quarterback for us. I mean, if it's not Daniel Jones, I mean, if Mike Lennon's in there, you're going to be excited. I mean, Jake Fromm, the results probably won't be there from Jake Fromm, but at least I'll be excited to see him at least get in there and see what he has, and maybe see if he has any type of future with the New York Football Giants. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!